How's it going, guys? Finally, after much discussion and work, I've opened up a shop on TeePublic. We have a couple of designs up there right now, with more coming over the next few weeks. This artwork on screen is made by the lovely Lydia in my Discord server. Huge shout out to her. You can get any of these two designs in a hoodie, tank top, regular t-shirt, and a color of your choice as well, plus many other options. Right now, the designs are on sale for 35% off for Black Friday and will be until the end of the weekend. All links to these things will be down below in the description and likely a pinned comment as well. Thank you guys so much for the support with the launch of the shop, and I really hope you guys enjoy the video. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts video on the channel. Today we are going to be talking about a topic I've half been avoiding since Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and that's because I thought the topic would die down a bit or more information will be given. Now, maybe I should wait until after Remind to talk about any theories like this, but I feel like it's a little unlikely Remind will touch upon this, though it's not impossible. This is about the theory that Dark Inferno is the Heartless of our beloved EPHEMER, whatever you want to call him, from Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Now, the basis of this theory, from the many comments I've read on it, people think Dark Inferno is EPHEMER's Heartless because most commonly the scarf around his neck. People believe the two swords are supposed to be references towards Keyblades, one of them being EPHEMER's and the other possibly being the player, believing that at the end of Union Cross, the player becomes a part of EPHEMER, which honestly is not a bad idea whatsoever. I'm down for that. I actually think that part could happen in Union Cross. Some people also think it's a scenario similar to Lingering Will, since we clearly saw EPHEMER show up right before Sora in that same little area. Also, some think it would be cool and make a decent bit of sense, which I understand to a certain extent, because sometimes it's a little hard to explain why exactly you feel like something is going to happen, but you have this really strong gut feeling. It means something even if it's not exactly what you're thinking. I relate to that completely. Though I'd be lying if I said after all that I agree with this theory. It's not impossible, though there's not many Kingdom Hearts theories that are, quote, impossible, because in a series like Kingdom Hearts, almost anything can really happen. And to be honest, my next theory video I'm going to be making, a lot of people might end up disagreeing with, so I may be very similar to the people who think Dark Inferno is EPHEMER's Heartless when that theory comes out, but you'll just have to wait and see what that theory is going to be. That'll probably be the next video. But point is, expecting the unexpected is very common in Kingdom Hearts, though this is a theory I'm just not feeling at all. Now, when I first fought Dark Inferno, I immediately started thinking of these Heartless named Invisibles from Kingdom Hearts 1. Then, after doing a ton of research, I'm completely convinced this Heartless was themed to be a buffer version of them. Similarities being, they both hover above the ground, they both have similar types of swords, though Dark Inferno has two of them. They both have tails, they both have wings, they both have horns, and both have the hollow heart in their chest. They both have a lot of similarities, though that isn't the only thing actually. Another thing that doesn't make me believe this is wording from the Gummy Phone in the adversary section when you go to Dark Inferno. Yes, he's in the Gummy Phone, where it says, "These dastardly dual wielders are like blenders on roller skates." Interesting description, except worst. You can try to keep your distance, but they'll soon close in on you, or else just huck a fireball your way. Be careful attacking when their blades are crossed. That means they're ready to counter. Stay cool, bide your time, then strike when they drop their guard. There is nothing really in there that's any hint or would give you any sort of indication that this Dark Inferno being is supposed to be referencing something else, or supposed to be something else other than just another Heartless. Weirdest thing about the wording here, I'd say, is that it's worded as if there's multiple you fight when you obviously only fight one, though I'm sure in the context of the Kingdom Hearts universe rather than the context of a video game, that means these are enemies that can commonly appear. I strongly believe that more than anything makes the theory a little more unlikely. Like I said, I don't think this happening is impossible necessarily, but I don't really see the point in it happening or what it could add to the story. At least there's not a big reason to think that at the moment. Anything could happen within the next few story updates for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and even Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. The theory is just from most people based on how Dark Inferno looks and trying to tie it in with the current logic we already have about Heartless and whatnot, which I feel like the only thing look-wise to go off of is the scarf, which Brig also uses, by the way, which maybe that could mean something a lot more than Dark Inferno having one, since Brig's scarf looks a lot more similar, and we do know Brig was in that time period. We know the history of him more so rather than Dark Inferno. I'm sure the scarf might be a nod towards Union Cross. Maybe these Heartless were themed after, I don't know, some Union Cross members, but I don't think they are Heartless of Union Cross members or anything like that. Another argument is that most secret bosses in Kingdom Hearts series have some sort of relevance to the next saga, which if you tie in the scarf Dark Inferno is wearing and the inevitable explosion of Union Cross lore we'll be getting starting with Remind and what comes after, then I wouldn't be surprised someone would come to that conclusion. But the thing with that even is that in regards to the secret boss hinting at the next saga, Dark Inferno isn't it. That is pretty much always in the final mix package or quote DLC for more modern wordage. I don't think there's a single Kingdom Hearts game where we've gotten a secret boss that was in the base game that also referenced towards the next saga. That's always been final mix / DLC. At least among the number tiles, that's the case. You have the Unknown, Lingering Woe, Mysterious Figure, all of those guys were final mix exclusives. Additionally, Kingdom Hearts is no stranger to having Heartless as secret bosses. Heartless that don't have any particular meaning, like Phantom and Kurtziza. I do understand why this would be cool to happen, because it's always nice to have that emotional attachment to a fight, because you know what it's referencing or teasing towards for the future. It's always cool to have that because it can easily take a average or just okay fight and turn it into something more memorable because of the moment it creates, because of that emotional attachment or story attachment that the fight provides. But I think Dark Inferno this time around is just another Heartless like a Kurtziza or a Phantom. We already have confirmed a secret boss for Remind as well that will probably have what everyone is looking for in regarding to that sneak peek into the future everyone is wanting. I've made multiple videos talking about that I'll likely link in the end card or in the top right of the screen. I think Dark Inferno is just here to tide us over for something much grander, though I do wish we had one more boss to tide us over, but hey, Remind is much sooner rather than later. Speaking about Dark Inferno in general though, I really do love that fight. Like, it's weird because I was a little bit like, when I first fought the boss, though the more I fight it, especially on harder difficulties, the more fun like I end up having. I find the boss to be the most fun on level 1, or if like I'm under the battle level, for example, because I'm sure most people ended up fighting that boss like at level 70 or 90, because I know I went into that boss a little over prepared on my first attempt. I ended up beating it on my first attempt actually on proud mode because critical mode wasn't available yet, and I didn't get into level 1 playthroughs until like a little bit after KH3 came out. I do just really wish there were more bosses in Kingdom Hearts 3 in the base game, so I am kind of forced to enjoy Dark Inferno a little bit for now, but hopefully Remind definitely changes that. I'm definitely going to be taking a long break from Dark Inferno if the Remind bosses prove to be something like really special, which I'm sure they will be. Though at least I have gummy ships and the frozen sled minigame to keep me cozy, I guess. I'm actually serious about that, by the way. I actually do love the sled minigame in the Frozen World. That's one of my favorite things about Kingdom Hearts 3, that minigame in particular. When I saw that in trailers and demos and stuff, I was just amazed, like, whoa, this looks so good. And when it actually came out in the game, I had a lot of fun with it. Kingdom Hearts 3 is actually like the only Kingdom Hearts game where I find enjoyment in mini games. It's a little weird because in other KH games, I never cared about them whatsoever. But in Kingdom Hearts 3, I actually find them like pretty fun. But I personally just don't really think Dark Inferno is EPHEMER. I don't think there's any big reason to think he is. Like, I know about the whole scarf thing, and people are constantly trying to like tie in Union Cross into the current lore at the moment because we know that it's eventually going to be dumped all into whatever the next Kingdom Hearts game is. You have Subject X, this mystery star girl in the final world, and then this whole talk in the secret reports about the Union leaders escaping into another world line. You have people like Luxor, Demix, Larxene, Marluxia walking around. Like, there's a lot of like Union Cross characters that are probably going to be dumped into like the next saga and interacting with Sora and stuff. So people are just trying to find out like ways they can get them into the current saga, the current timeline, I guess. Even if like Dark Inferno ended up being EPHEMER's Heartless, I don't really know what it would amount to be honest with you. I guess it could be like a cool nod, but I don't really see Sora going back to Dark Inferno for some lore reasons and unlocking his heart to bring back EPHEMER or some weird thing. Like, I don't know. So, like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it would really do anything. And since he has a Heartless right there, like, does that mean he has a nobody too? And then we would have to fight EPHEMER's nobody or something. I don't know, man. I don't think Dark Inferno is EPHEMER. Like, I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you do have any more like in-depth reasons as to why you think this theory, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always like open-minded to these sort of things. That's why I asked you guys in my community tab, like, if anyone could convince me that Dark Inferno was EPHEMER, or any reasonings they have behind it or any reasonings they saw other people state about it. Out of the things I read, I still kind of disagreed, but I do think like my opinion can change on that if someone were to convince me of that theory. I just haven't been convinced yet. I haven't read the right theory to convince me yet. But that's going to about do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the Union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.